My dear students, in our previous class, we have understood the proforma of preparing the reconciliation statement. In today's class, let us take one problem to understand the concepts. The problem is this. This side is the problem. See, in reconciliation problems, profits as per financial accounts will also be given. The profits as per cost accounts will also be given. See, we have to take the basis. Either you can take the profits as per financial accounts or you can take profits as per cost accounts. See, in this problem, I have taken the profits as per cost accounts as the basis. Then you have to see what is happening to the profits in financial accounts. If the profits in financial accounts is increasing, you must add. If the profits in financial accounts are decreasing, you must deduct. See here, once again I would like to repeat, we have taken the basis as the profits as per cost accounts. Then we have to see what is happening to the profits in financial accounts. If the profits in financial accounts are increasing, you must add. And if the profits in financial accounts are decreasing, you must deduct. Let us take the items one by one. Work overhead under recovered in cost records. Under recovered means less in cost records, which means works overhead is charged more in finance accounts. So we have to deduct this item because it results in the decrease in the profits in financial accounts. So we have to deduct this particular item. Similarly, administration overhead recovered excess in cost accounts. That means administration overheads are less in financial accounts. Less expenses means more profits. So we have to add this item. Coming to the next one, depreciation as per costing records 12,500 and depreciation as per financial accounts is 11,200. We can easily make out the depreciation is more in cost records or the depreciation is less in financial accounts. How much is less in financial accounts? We have to take the difference. See, as per costing, the depreciation is 12,500 and as per financial accounts, the depreciation is 11,200. That means 12,500 minus 11,200 is equal to 1,300 rupees. Depreciation is less in financial accounts. Less depreciation means more profits in financial accounts. So we have to add the difference here because both are given. I repeat, depreciation as per costing records is 12,500 and depreciation as per financial accounts is 11,200. That means financial accounts charged depreciation less to the extent of 1,300 rupees. So less depreciation means more profits. So we have to add. Interest on investments in financial accounts. This is a purely financial item which appears only in the financial accounts. Interest on investment. This is an income. This is an income. Purely financial income. 8,000 rupees. That means when the income is earned in financial accounts, the profits will be more in financial accounts. So we have to add this particular item. Loss due to obsolescence. This loss is charged only in financial accounts. Again, this is exclusively and purely financial loss or financial charge. Loss due to obsolescence 5,700. This will not be considered or counted in cost accounts. this will be charged only in financial accounts as a loss. When you charge this loss in financial accounts, the profits will be less in financial accounts. So we have to deduct this particular item. Anything which results in decrease in the profits in financial accounts should be deducted. Next, IT provided in financial accounts. IT provided in financial accounts. Again, this is purely the financial charge. This will be considered only in financial accounts. This will not find any place in cost accounts. When you charge income tax in financial accounts, definitely it reduces the profits in financial accounts, so it must be deducted. This is the item to be deducted. Again, I will repeat. Anything which results in the decrease in the profits in financial accounts must be deducted. When you charge income tax in financial accounts, definitely it reduces your profit in financial accounts, so you must deduct this. Then bank interest, credit. Credit means plus. This will increase the profit in financial accounts. Again, this is purely a financial revenue, financial income. This will come only in financial accounts. When the bank interest is credited, definitely it will increase the profit in financial accounts, so it must be added. Anything which results in the increase in the profits in financial account must be added. Next, stores adjustments. Stores adjustment, again this is credit. Stores adjustment, this is credit. 475 rupees. Credit means plus. That too it is shown only in financial accounts. When there is a credit in stores accounts, stores adjustments in financial accounts, obviously this will increase the profit in financial account, so it must be added. Loss due to depreciation of stock in financial accounts. This is the charge or the loss which will be shown only in financial accounts. When you show this loss in financial accounts, definitely it will reduce the profit in financial accounts, so you must deduct it. See, this is the problem and this is the analysis of the problem. Now let us go to the solution part. See, profit and loss reconciliation statement. If the period is given, you have to take the period. So first you must take the basis, profits as per cost accounts. It is given in the problem. 1,72,400 rupees I have taken it. Now you must see what is happening to the profits in financial accounts. If the profits are increasing, you add it. If the profits are decreasing, you deduct it. Right. First we will take the first item. Work overhead under recovered in costing records. Under recovered means less in costing records, which means it is more in financial accounts. More charge means less profit. So you must deduct it. So works overhead under recovered 3,120 you must deduct. Coming to the second item, administration overhead recovered in excess 1,700 in cost accounts. See, this is more. The administration overhead is more in costing, which means it is less in financial accounts. Less expenditure means more profit. When the profit increases, here also you must increase administration overhead excess in cost accounts or administration overhead charged less in financial accounts. So I have taken this 1,700 rupees here. It's very important. Now depreciation, both are given. Depreciation as per costing, depreciation as per financial accounts. As per costing it is 12,500. As per financial account it is 11,200. That means in financial accounting the depreciation is less. When the expenditure is less in financial accounting, profits will be more. Say how much is less? Deduct 11,200 from 12,500. That means 1,300 rupees depreciation charged less in financial accounts, which will result in the increase in the profit to the extent of 1,300 rupees. When the profits have increased, you must increase here also, add it, 1,300 rupees. Now, interest on investment, financial accounts, 8,000 rupees. This I have already told you, it is a purely a financial item, which will come only in financial accounts. Interest on investments, 8,000 rupees. This is an income. In financial accounts only it will come. When it comes only in financial accounting, definitely it will increase the profit in financial accounts. When it increases the profit in financial accounts, you must add it, 8,000 rupees. Now, loss due to obsolescence. This loss is always charged only in financial accounts. This cannot be charged in cost accounts. So 5,700 rupees loss due to obsolescence charged in financial accounts definitely will reduce the profit to the extent of 5,700. When it reduces the profit, here you must deduct. I told you already, you must see what is happening to the profits in financial accounts. This is decreasing the profits in financial accounts, so you must deduct. IT provided in financial accounts. Again, this is purely a financial item. Financial item. IT provided in financial accounts, 40,300 rupees. This will definitely decreases the profit in financial accounts. When it decreases the profit in financial accounts, here also you must decrease income tax provided in financial accounts, 40,300. Next, bank interest credits. Bank interest credit, 750. This is the interest earned or the interest credited in financial accounts. This will not find place in cost accounts. This will come only in financial accounts. That too, it is credit. Credit means plus. That's very important thing. Earned. See, this will increase the profit in financial accounts to the extent of 750. So you must add it. It's very important. Now, stores adjustment credit in financial accounts, 475. So here, 475 rupees profit is more in financial accounts. When it is more, it should be added. This is 475 rupees. Come to the last item. Loss due to depreciation of stock in financial accounts, 6,750. This loss will be charged only in financial accounts. So 6,750, when it is charged in financial accounts, definitely it will reduce the profit in financial accounts. So it should be deducted. So 6,750 loss due to depreciation of stock, we have to deduct. See, after doing this, you must add all these items. 1,700, 1,300, 8,000, 750 and 475 put together 12,225 rupees. You must add. See, when you add 12,225 rupees to 1,72,400, you will get 1,84,625. This is the addition part. Coming to the deduction part, less items. So 3,150 plus 5,700 plus 40,300 plus 6,750 put together, this will be 55,870. So the total amount to be deducted from this is 55,870. When you deduct it, you will get profit as per financial accounts. This is 1,28,755, which is equivalent to 1,28,755. See, this is very important point what is to be taken into consideration. So take all these items. So add and less. See, that is the way how to prepare the profit and loss reconciliation statement.